Wait a minute, wait a second. Hold on. Wait, stop! So you have a lot of questions, and I do not have any answers. Just the same questions. Life is funny like that, right? So, Donkey Kong Bananza. That's a game, you know? You do? Good, that makes this easy for both of us. A Nintendo Direct made specifically for said game had released and revealed a lot more things than a certain Direct about a world of karting Marios. One of those things was about that silly little thing we called Oddrock, who turns out to be, surprise, surprise, Pauline! Wow, Pauline makes a return to the DK games, and a 3D one no less. That's so cool. And she plays a big role. She's also a kid now. Maybe I jinxed it at big. So she's a kid apparently. That's quite a conundrum. A fine pickle, I might say. And why exactly is that, you may ask? Well, not to sound like a nerd or something. Heavens no. But Pauline was first introduced as Lady in the 1981 runaway hit arcade game known as Donkey Kong, alongside the titular Darn Dirty Ape and Mustachio Jumpman, whom people presume is Mario. The game was later reintroduced as Donkey Kong 94 in, you guessed it, 1994, a platform puzzle game that features the same cast with a familiar look for Pauline. That same year, Donkey Kong Country was released on the SNES, featuring, you guessed it, not Donkey Kong! Well, okay, they basically made a new Kong to donkey around with. Rare created the successor to the successor. Yes, modern DK we know and love is canonically DK Jr.'s son, making Cranky Kong the original Kong. And this DK and the same Pauline have shown up together in the games from then on, like the Mario vs. DK series, based around Donkey Kong 94, and was taken over by the minis, but that's for another time. So, we know that Pauline and DK have both known each other since they were both adults. So what's the problem here? I mean, I don't know, maybe this rift in the timeline is probably nothing. Now listen here, I know that the Mario quote-unquote lore TM has been both messed with and inconsistent. Case in point, Yoshi's Island. But we at least had a general idea. Most people will agree that maybe Mario and Luigi were born in the Mushroom Kingdom and moved to the human world in Brooklyn and was destined to return. And that the first DK who knew Pauline was Cranky, and that she was an adult. Okay then, well maybe this is Cranky Kong for some reason. That would explain the design change, I guess. Maybe that's just it. Maybe it's a prequel to the entire Mario lore. No! Alright, wise guy, now what? I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go Bananza myself. So what gives? This one game having one character throws a big wrench in the timeline. And there's really very little explanation to give here. Listen, I'm not mad that Pauline's here. I think it's great and I'm very hyped for this game. But like, why the child? What, besides short stature, does this really add? And I thought that maybe she was just short because of the art style, but nope, she's a kid alright. Now, I've seen what people have said already, and oh my gosh, it's a prequel to Odyssey! Exclamation point is the most strangest take to me. So don't tell me something like, well, if Pauline is a kid, then so are the Mario brothers. Man, Mario and DK go way back. How way back? How about babies in Yoshi's Island DS? Yoshi's Island again? Are you serious? This derpy dino is a dirty time destroyer, so no conceivable way this is possible. The only way that's possible is if the world reset. Oh no, I was kidding! Every rose has its thorn. Once upon a time, there was this quirky little game in 2009 called Super Mario Galaxy, and in that little peach of a game, the universe is sucked into a black hole and Mario and Rosalina save it by resetting the galaxy, which most assume reset the timeline. How this has any effect on the time of events here is something I don't know how or why, but people consider it. And because so many consider this, it plays a role in the lore. Wahoo. So a lot of these explanations are what we could consider bad. And this game could really mess up the good thing we had. Like, how is Pac-Man more consistent? But I have a few theories as to what's happening. They may not be good, but I'll toss my hat in the ring. So, this could be one of three things. 1. Time-traveling shenanigans. Voidco could have perhaps taken a Pauline from the past for some purpose, and getting to the core will put her back in her place in time. 2. Pauline was reset into turning into Oddrock. Maybe it not only aged her down, but reset her memories too? Could be a good way to re-establish her friendship with DK with a little do-over on the side. Or 3, this is somehow a prequel. What I mean is that we are a young Cranky, and maybe his relatives just so happen to look like the modern Kong family? Diddy and Dixie being here doesn't make this an easy sell. Plus, that kinda also messes with the K-Rule theory. Essentially, my best bet is time travel in some form because I refuse to believe that Nintendo is gonna get this wacky with the timeline. And yet, I've known Mario enough to know just how wacky Mario tends to be. And that's why I love this series. I can't believe the K-Rule theory isn't the most important theory to me now. I've already been convinced he's in the game. But hey, why don't you tell me what you think is going on here? I'm definitely not a big Mario person on to really weigh in the matter, at least in terms of my subscriber count, which you can totally help by doing the little like and subscribe thingy, but I want to hear some theories or thoughts. But in the meantime, I will now bash my head in some rocks and hope gold comes out. Bananas are fine too. Yo, thanks for watching. I've been on a little hiatus, if you could or couldn't tell. Something called life got in the way. I gotta watch where I'm going. But I decided to make this because of passion stuff, and because it's relevant. I do have ideas of videos to make, so hopefully you're willing to stick around and bear with me. Maybe liking and subscribing might help. I don't know. I will hopefully see you later. Stay cool.